I'm a little late on this one. I love that its name is a reference to the interactions that we have with her within Simulated Universe. Whoa.
A sweet-tempered and elegant scholar. Member number 81 of the Genus
she's
Society,
questionable at best.
Expert in biological science.
Like,
After
she's an
drawing
example of a
Mrs. Gaze with her
scientist that
talent
doesn't
and
take
incredible
responsibility for their own
perseverance, she began
actions,
to research the
ignoring
origins
her
of life in a
creations,
secret corner of
creating
the
something
universe.
actually quite
In
destructive.
the Genius Society, some praise her as a future miracle worker, while others find her methods questionable, to say the least.
Questionable is an understatement.
But what kind of philosophy is she beholden to? On this episode of Keeping Up with Star Rail, we'll bring you the inside scoop on the secrets of Miss Ruan Mei. Well, if it isn't Madame Herta.
Hey,
What
makes sense.
Sweet breeze carries you here today.
Unimpressed.
What do you think? You really have no idea?
The inside scoop?
Unimpressed.
What about it? Any reason I can't listen to a little gossip?
Then without further ado, let's get back to the rigorous science on the inside scoop. Ruan Mei is an ice-type character following the path of harmony. Not to mention a biologist and classically trained musician. She manipulates the threads of life like the strings of an instrument, changing battlefield dynamics with delicate, gentle strokes. When using her basic attack, Ruan Mei plucks the
I've also
strings of her
heard from
lute
other
and deals
people
ice
that the
damage to a
comparison
single
between
target
her and
based on
Topaz
her
has been
attack.
made.
When using her skill,
Topaz's
she gains
behaviour,
full
I
control,
think,
increasing damage
comes
and
from a
weakness
way
break
more
efficiency
human
for
place,
all
while this
allies.
girl is more detached, and I actually think that's more
After unlocking
concerning.
a specific trait,
The story
when
this
Ruan
time
Mei's
around,
break
part
effect
1 I
reaches a
was
certain
somewhat
value,
interested
her
in, but
skill's
part
damage
2
buff will
was a
increase
bit slow
and
to the
tend
get-go,
up to a set limit.
and part 1, there were
Ooh,
it
I
was
can
just
listen to
empty
this music
areas
all
of
day.
noise. At this point, I'm
Yeah,
just
we're
looking
coming
forward to Penacony.
She's not interested in making a musical debut.
Of course she's
Well,
not.
during exploration, if Ruan Mei uses her technique to enter battle, she automatically casts her skill after entering said battle without consuming any skill points.
This girl is
When
an
Ruan
easy
Mei uses
skip
her
for
technique in
me,
the
but I
simulated
approve of her.
universe,
I know
allied
why
attacks
she's
on enemies are
good.
treated as entering combat by attacking the enemy's weakness. This attack can deplete the toughness of the entire enemy team irrespective of weakness types. When breaking a weakness, the attacker's own weakness break effect is triggered.
I've
It's
seen this
worth
girl
noting that within the
basically
simulated
force
universe,
phase 2
for
on
every
the
blessing
Abundant
possessed, the
Deer,
toughness
which is
reducing damage of the
stupid.
current attack can be increased. If the current attack causes weakness break, additional break damage equivalent to a set percentage of Ruan Mei's ice break damage is dealt to the enemy based on the number of blessings. I know what you're thinking. If you encounter Ruan Mei's occurrence in the simulated universe, you better hope she's on your side. Ooh.
You think the Trailblazers are that impressed by her pretty tricks? Whatever. As long as she's happy.
She
Ruan
looks
Mei
so
strides into the
unimpressed.
battlefield, brandishing her lute and waiting for the petals to fall. When using her ultimate, Ruan Mei deploys a field that lasts for a set number of turns. With this field, all type resistance penetration increases for all allies, and their attacks apply
Nice.
Thanato Bloom to enemy targets. When enemy targets attempt to recover from the weakness break state, Thanato Bloom prolongs the duration of the weakness break and inflicts action delayed based on Ruan Mei's break effect. Enemy
Good
targets
little
will
tip
also
there.
take break damage based on a percentage of Ruan Mei's ice break damage.
The science of life includes the creation of life as well as its destruction. As a scientist, Ruan Mei knows just as much about giving life as she does about taking it.
Ruan Mei's talent can increase ally speed, and when allies break an enemy target's weakness, you deal additional break damage equal to a percentage of Ruan Mei's
Kill it.
ice break damage.
Nice.
Oh, looks like the space station's pretty busy today. A new visitor, perhaps?
Ugh, just a lab material delivery. Ruan
Ha!
has already moved on to new research.
Ooh, but the enemy isn't going home just yet. They draw their bows, ready to take the offensive. Ruan Mei springs into action, using her skill to increase allies' damage and weakness break efficiency. The team takes advantage of the momentum, delivering a clean hit. The speed boost from Ruan Mei's talent and slow debuff from Dan Heng's skill delay enemy actions. Without giving the enemy the chance to catch their breath, allies unleash the second round of attacks. Thanks to Ruan Mei's skill bonus, the enemy won't be holding on for much longer. Don't they get tired of holding their bows for that long?
Probably.
Kick you when you're down. Keep the ball rolling.
Let's go! An ally takes advantage of the enemy's weakness break to launch their ultimate. But the enemy hasn't fallen yet, and the weakness break is about to end.
Oh, impressive perseverance. I should research these guys. Ruan, make sure you don't... forget it. Whatever keeps her happy.
So impressed.
Her teammates follow in tandem to attack the enemy and inflict Thanato Plum Replume. Just as the enemy is about to recover from weakness break.
Don't kill it, want to use it for research, whatever keeps her happy, really annoyed. It's interesting the dynamic alluded to here versus in the story. She didn't seem that irritated.
But in the end, it always meets the same fate.
Never heard truer words, Madam Herta. See? Look how scientific and educational our show is.
Unimpressed.
Who cares about that? I'm still waiting for the inside scoop on Ruan Mei.
I thought you were here to evaluate the show.
Do I look like someone with that much free time? I had other business in mind for this visit.
What?
I need you to test out the simulated universe.
What?
Why me?
Didn't you once call yourself the simulated universe goat?
Well, that's what talking gets you in trouble.